Operation of the Hiliex Gemini is quite simple. With the system plugged in, you simply push the on button and the system will boot up. It typically takes about 30 seconds. Your system is provided with 2 USB drives. The reason for 2, they're both the same thing, is in case you have 2 different C-arms that you're using in the OR. What we recommend is that you put on the pre-op and post-op or the affected and unaffected images on the USB using either the Sony printer, or if you have one of the newer flat panel C-arms that can send images direct to USB, you can use that method. All you have to do is take your USB and you plug it right into either one of these 2 ports. And you do want to have the USB plugged in first before loading your images. Hit touch your pre-op, and there's going to be a folder, especially if it's a Sony printer. There's going to be a folder for the printer and a folder for that serial number of printer. So it's always 2 folders down. And you can see your thumbnails. If your thumbnails don't show up, you have a little drop down and a slider, and you can adjust the size of the thumbnail that you want. And you choose your pre-op image and it loads. Now you choose your post-op image, and again, it's in your Sony folder, serial number folder, and you just double tap on the folder. Select your post-op image, and now it loads. With both images loaded, you now have the ability to drop markers for your pre-op or post-op if you want. And to show you how to do that is on your pre-op image, you can flip the image because these are the affected and unaffected, so they're opposing hips. So you can flip the image, and then you can hit your circle for your pre-op images. And we have a mouse pad right here, just so that you can be quite accurate. You'll notice that when I selected my pre-op image for the markers, my display transparency shows just the pre-op image. And now you can drop markers wherever you feel that you need to. And typically it's the greater troche and the lesser troche. Then you touch the X for your post-op image. And here again, you can use your mouse and drop markers wherever you feel that you need to. And at this point, you just simply take your slider and move your transparency right in the middle. This allows you to see both images, just like when you did with film. You overlaid them. And over here in your nav pad, you can rotate just by tapping either one of these. And if you double tap and hold, the image will move quickly. And a single tap moves just one little tick at a time. And you can line up your 2 images. And if you want, you can slide back and forth to verify how those 2 images overlay. You can also make some zoom if need be. And this is because maybe the SID has moved, or rather the distance from the II to the patient has changed. And so now you can verify your placement using your markers. If you want to make measurements, first you have to do a calibration. So you have a little caliper, and that's for calibration. We touch that. And here I do recommend using the mouse. You just click on one side of the cup and click on the other side of that cup, and it's going to ask you for how big that cup is. I'm going to choose 52 millimeters. So you put in the cup size, the diameter, which is on the box label, and hit enter. And now it shows me, that's my calibration. Now I hit my measurement tool, and I can choose any 2 places, and I click on one and click on the other, and it's going to give me a measurement in millimeters based on that calibration. And I can store that measurement, in this case, one of the offsets. All I gotta do is push the label and it stores the offset. And if I want the femoral offset, I just click for measure, come back to the center of the cup, and come out to the line projected up from the femoral. And now I can save it for my femoral offset. And if I want to measure my apparent cup rotation, this is a bad image for measuring cup rotation because they position the C-arm where the cup rotation, it's literally at 90 degrees. But we can just come in and we measure the width of the cup and hit my cup, and it will give me the apparent angle. And that's it. If I need to reset my markers and start over, I just hit my 4-way arrow and it resets everything, clears the screen, I can start over. I can also load any new post-op image after the trial. Maybe you make some adjustments and want to load another post-op image. I can load any new image I want and then restart my process. To turn the system off, all I got to do is push the off button. There's nothing to exit or nothing to do. You just hit the button and the system shuts down.